Hey y'all, it's Amber and I'm back with another video. So I actually wanted to do something with like conspiracy theories because I have a lot of them that I just think about, and some of them are kind of crazy and some of them are a little bit like, okay, whatever. So in this part I was gonna say don't look at my eyebrows because they're butchered as hell. Anyway. So I just have a little bit of conspiracy theories to share with you. So basically, I wrote them down. I wrote some notes, and yeah, so if you guys like these types of videos and you want to see this one, just like this and let me know that you want to see more videos like this, and I will do them. So yeah, let's just get on to the video. So the first one is kind of crazy and it blows my mind every time I think about it, but it is what it is. But it's basically that humans don't need water. Basically it's just the government is putting, well, I shouldn't say the government, it's like the people, because it's like a whole civilization. They're putting something in our water to control us and tell us like, you need this or else you'll die. Which basically that's how water works. We need it to survive. If we don't drink it, we will dehydrate and die because our body needs water. So that's basically how they can control a whole civilization. I mean, how else are you going to? Because if you tell everybody that they need water and, you know, if they don't drink it, they're going to die. That's how you pretty much poison a whole civilization, by putting in something that we need daily. Basically, some people believe this theory because it's, like I said, it already makes sense. Like, how else are they going to do it other than with water? Two, they already put something in our water. If you guys don't know, they put fluoride in our water. And basically fluoride is just something that helps our teeth. It makes them whiter, it makes them stronger, everything like that. Why do they care so much about our teeth? Basically, it just protects our teeth. But why do they care about our teeth? Why do they care so much about our teeth to put something in our water? So if they can put fluoride in our water, what else can they do? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. By the way, if you hear noises in the background or barking or anything, the barking is my neighbor's dog and the noises are my stepkids. They're outside this room playing, so just disclaimer. But basically they think that this came about because, for one, water is, you know, we drink it every day, and they believe that this thing that they're putting in our water is something to make us not hear. I meant to say not see. So let me explain. Whenever you take a psychedelic drug, it makes you see things that you normally don't see. It makes you hear things that you normally don't hear. And it makes you feel things that you normally don't feel because that drug is affecting your brain. Some people believe that those drugs make us see the real world. Well, when we take those drugs, when we see the real world, they get scared because there's something going on with that real world that we don't know about. That's why they're illegal. They put this thing in our water to control us because they want us to be here where we are now. We see where we are now. That's what they want us to see. It's just like, you know, it's just like Basically, how I have a lot of theories on life, on how we're living, but I believe that it's pretty much they're trying to make us not see the matrix. I feel like we are in the matrix and they're not wanting us to see that because they're controlling us. I believe that, now call me crazy, okay, but this is just my theory on life. Well, I have a lot, but this is the main one that I believe is happening to us. We are basically in a chair somewhere and we're hooked up with wires and we have a controller. That controller is telling us what we're doing with our life, how we're gonna live our life, what we need to do. Like it's walking us, it's talking us, it's doing everything like a controller would on a video game. And that's why people with Tourette's or seizures or something like that, that's why they have tics and they seize out. It's because they have a glitch in their system and they just don't know how to fix that glitch, but they want to keep us around so we don't just die. That's why I believe we are, because some people die of natural causes. What are those natural causes? They don't ever put out what those natural causes are. They just say natural causes. That is weird to me because it's just like when you break a computer, you break it, and when you go to fix it, they don't know how to fix it because either the inside screen broke or something in the actual phone broke. I meant to say computer, not phone. So that's what I meant. It's just like that. They don't know why, so they have to make up something like, oh, it's just broken. People, natural causes. It makes a lot of sense, and that's what I believe. And I believe that's why they put whatever they put in water, because they don't want us to see what's really going on. That we're just systems and they're controlling us. Now, people believe this to be true because when you dehydrate, you feel funny. And most of the dehydration symptoms are just like when you withdraw from a hardcore drug. It's like you have chills sometimes. People have been known to puke when you're dehydrated. You get flushed. You feel weak. You shake. Basically just things like that. And you do that with hardcore drugs when you're withdrawing from them. So people just believe that we are always being drugged and we always have this thing in our system that's making us not see. And we're withdrawing from it when we get dehydrated. That's why we have to drink more, because we're addicted. And we just don't know it. So yeah, that one was really crazy. What do you think about it? Okay, this next one is all me. Well, I don't want to say that because I don't know if other people believe this, but I didn't get this off of a website. I didn't hear this from anybody. This is just my thoughts running in my head. And I believe it's true. It makes a lot of sense, and I just believe it 100%. And it's basically that aliens are just time travelers. I'll tell you why. They always say like aliens are in UFOs and it's like newer technology and they don't talk. They make like beep boop beep sounds and they just look funny. And when their UFOs go into the sky, they just disappear out of nowhere. I believe that they're time travelers because just look at it this way. Okay, start off with their language. They make, like I said, beep boop beep noises, and they walk funny, they look funny. Back in the caveman days, cavemen didn't speak English. They didn't know what that was, so they made noises and different sounds to communicate with each other. That was their language. and aliens do the same thing, just differently. Like, it's obviously, it sounds like more tech because it's like beep boop beep, like I said. And cavemen were just, you know, they made like screams and noises and shit. Well, what if we what if something had happened to the earth, okay, and we just come in our UFOs and we invade to try and see what had happened to the world? Let me explain that part. They look different, they talk different and all that stuff. I believe that something had happened to the world. You know, they always say that the world is going to end, or something technical is going to happen and the world is just going to flash and something's going to happen to us. Well, what if that did happen and something that somebody invented that was technology flashed throughout the whole world and it hurt us in some way or another? And these aliens were the people that escaped before anything happened because they knew that it was going to happen. So when these people escaped, it's been several years since that has happened, or before that's happened, sorry. So these aliens are time travelers, either trying to warn people that this has happened, so they're trying to prevent it, or these aliens are trying to come back and remember what had happened to them. Because the reason why I say that something flashed and it hurt us was because these aliens have no hair. Their skin is really wrinkled and gray. And they also speak a different language that could have hurt their brain, that now it's their language, but it could have been us, and our brains got hurt so bad that either we forgot English or our brains were hurt so bad that we were speaking gibberish because we don't know how else to talk because it hurt our brains. And their UFOs, I believe, is our cars, because that's how technology was. You know how they always say that, like, oh, that theory, like, we're gonna one day have flying cars because all the technology in the world, somebody's gonna make that up. That's what UFOs are. They basically are flying cars, or flying saucers, whatever. And I believe that whenever they just disappear, they're not disappearing into thin air because they're aliens. I believe that they're going into their time zone. When you time travel, you obviously have to go from different time zone to different time zone. I believe that they're going back into their loophole, or whatever you want to call it, and that's why they disappear. They're not just pew out of thin air. They're going back into their hole, like their time zone, you know. That's why it looks funny whenever they come down. Like, if you ever see in movies or whatever, it's like a light. It's like a really bright light that's shining onto the UFO and on the ground. That's because it's that time zone, you know what I'm saying? So basically, aliens are just time travelers. They look funny because something happened to us. They talk funny because something happened to us. And their UFOs are just our cars, you know, in the future. And we disappear because we're going back into our time zone. It is crazy to think about, but if you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense. And yeah, because when I was thinking about this theory, I was like, you know, I know that we live on the earth and there has to be something else living within the universe. But at the same time, it's really hard because it's just hard to think about that. So, like, what if they're not just foreign things living somewhere else? It can't be. They have to be, because if they can breathe on our earth and they can have their vehicles be okay in our earth, like fly in our earth, that's just really hard for an alien to do, a foreign thing to do. So it just doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know. Just think about it. And yeah, the last one is, I know a lot of people have heard about it, but it's basically that we have past lives, and when you die, you see a light, and that light is the light of you coming out. So yes, there's a theory about going around saying that when you die, you know how they say you see the light at the end of the tunnel, or you know, you just see the light because they think they're going to heaven or whatever. That light is basically just the light of you coming out of your mom, or coming out of the vagina, whatever you want to call it. Basically, that is crazy to think about, because there's a lot of people that believe that they have a past life. There have even been real live people to remember their past lives. I don't know specific names, but there have been a little boy who remembered his past life being on the Titanic. He word for word explained how he died in his past life. And then when his parents finally found out about his like past life person, he said, yes, that was me, that's my name, I feel connected to it. They even went as far as to going to the kid that died's parents, and the parents even said, like, we have a connection with you. So they believe that, you know, that was their past life, and they even go as far as remembering certain things about their lives, about how they died. Even siblings, they remember their parents or what they looked like, where they died, like the little boy on the Titanic. You know, it's crazy. It just says that they remember everything from their past lives and can even recall certain events, like I just said, like certain, like specific events, like, you know, what happened in their home. Some of them even remember addresses. Some of them even remember their dog or their cat's name. Just basically things like that, like really specific details that you can't make up. And they have proven to be right almost always. Not all of them, but 9 times out of 10, most of them, they have been correct. And it's just crazy to think about that people actually remember their past lives and remember how they die, or their siblings or whatever. Just makes you really think about things. And I have already believed in reincarnation, because it's just, I believe it. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, basically it's just that when you die, you go right back in and you live a whole nother life, and you might remember it, you might not. But if you don't, normally they say if you don't, it's because you had a really hard past life, which is sad, but it happens and everybody goes through things. But if you remember it, cool. And that's actually amazing, because that is crazy to have other people's thoughts, because that's basically all it is. Because you're another person, you're not the same person. Like if you're reincarnated and you have a past life, I could be a man in my past life. I could have been a really nice church lady in my past life. I could have been a cat in my past life. So it just makes you think, like, you know, that's another person, because that's your past life, you know? So it's just really kind of cool to think about that you can have those people's thoughts, you know, even though that was you and that's your soul, it's still another person, and it's really cool to think about that you can have them thoughts, you know, their thoughts. So basically that's it. Just 3 little theories that I always think about, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know I'm not like upbeat or anything like that, but it's just been a really tough morning already. But if you guys like these kind of videos, I love conspiracy theories and I love doing things like this. So if you guys want to see more of this when I don't look crazy, like this video and comment down what theories you want me to talk about or what you like theory wise. So yeah, just comment what you want to see, like this video if you want to see more, and subscribe if you want to see me. And you have to click the bell too, because it doesn't do enough now that you just subscribe. You have to click the notification bell. So, and I think that's right by the subscribe button, so it's no worry. But yeah guys, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching and have a good day.